he hit, and that's exactly my style of fight.
Terry's style of fighting earns him numerous accolades as an amateur. But the fight that gains him the most publicity is a brawl that stemmed from a racial incident during a high school baseball game in his hometown of Lubbock, Texas.
It was a big ruckus, a big fight on the baseball field. Something that caused all my scholarships to fall through. Everybody thought that I was a troublemaker, so scholarships just kind of like disappeared. The other guy on the second base had been calling me a nigger all along, trying to spike me and doing all these little dirty tricks. And eventually I just got fed up with it. I chased him, hit him, and hurt him pretty bad. And then by that time, the center fielder, the left fielder was coming in, which was a pitcher. And I kind of like sidestepped and I caught him. And then another guy caught him too. So it was just like, big fight. Everybody thought I had it planned because it just worked so perfectly for me. But, and I didn't get hurt or nothing. It was a whole team against one guy. But, and so everything baseball just left a bad taste in my mouth.
Terry leaves baseball behind and turns all of his efforts toward boxing. His polished skills and ring smarts help him become one of the fastest rising stars in the sport. He soon earns a title shot against a champion named Julian Jackson. But in round 2 of that fight, Terry gets a shot he doesn't expect.
First round, winning the fight, no doubt about it, winning the fight, beating him, and confident, got too confident, overconfident. I came back, told my trainers exactly what I was doing, kicking, out of him, all right, I said, okay. And it was I was taking care of business, But I came back, just got too cocky, actually. And had never been knocked out, never been off my feet. He caught me with a good shot and knocked me out.
Terry's devastating loss to Julian Jackson put all his world title hopes on the back burner and his career at a crossroads. Many wondered how this young fighter would recover from being knocked out and if he had the heart to make it all the way back. In a moment, we'll see how Terry bounces off the ropes and fights his way back into contention.
I took a chance this time and tried to...
When a boxer suffers a crushing defeat, something about him changes. Often he becomes a more cautious, careful fighter, and as a result, he's never quite the same. In the case of Terry Norris, his knockout loss to Julian Jackson did seem to make him a different fighter, but the difference was awesome to behold.
It doesn't take Terry very long to atone for his loss to Julian Jackson. Within a year's time, he fights John the Beast Mugabe. With a first-round knockout of Mugabe, Terry shows the boxing world he's back in form. And he also earns the WBC world title.
Becoming a champion, it just kind of like instantly. It's just an instant boost. It's like, boom, nobody can beat you now. You're floating on air. It was a great feeling, and it's kind of like I can't even really explain it. After losing a title to a power puncher, come back knocking out a power puncher, it was just a great feeling. I really can't explain it all. And I knew then that, right then, there, at that moment, I was the best fighter in the world. What happened to Julian Jackson was a fluke.
Although he is the newly crowned world champion, Terry is still relatively unknown. That begins to change when he signs to fight his childhood hero, Sugar Ray Leonard. It's a dream matchup for Terry with possible nightmare consequences.
I was scared in that fight. Well, scared when they told me about that fight, I was scared. I was like, Sugar Ray Leonard, they want me to fight Sugar Ray Leonard? Walking around, I can really put, I really thought, I didn't know they was playing, serious. I kept telling them, Sugar, you want me to fight the Sugar Ray Leonard, couldn't believe it. But once I beat him, or once I started fighting the first round, it was like, then it kind of like broke right then. I kind of like got in the rhythm then. And especially after I started beating him, I was like, okay, I got this, I was ready then, but going into that fight, I was terrified.
Terry beat Sugar Ray to the punch for 12 rounds. And when the final bell sounds, Norris walks away with the decision. and Leonard walks into retirement. Terry then proceeds to dominate the super welterweight division, leaving a trail of battered and bruised opponents picking themselves up off the canvas. Terry also begins to display the kind of entertaining style in the ring that makes him a hit with the fans.
This punch like this, throwing it back like this, so it's real quick and not too many people gonna stop it. It's a punch I learned from my brother. He does it all the time. And I just kind of like pick it up in the gym watching him. That's, you know, I might even shuffle a little bit. I may, you know, do the little curly shuffle. You know, that's like that. Sometimes, you know, if I get you hurt pretty bad, you know, sometimes I can get pretty wild. But most of the time I just stick to, you know, my game plan and just go in there and slap you a little bit, you know, and just to get you know, like, you know, you should have took this fight. That type of thing.
Terry continues to destroy each opponent he faces, and when he knocks out a young welterweight champion named Meldrick Taylor, he assumes his place at the top of the boxing world. But he also gains a long list of opponents looking to do him in. However, Terry has no plans to give up his title anytime soon.
Terry's at the top of the mountain now. It's just everybody's trying to, you know, take an axe, you know, trying to knock me down, you know, trying to knock me off this hill. But you know, so everybody, you know, every guy that I fight, I don't care who it is, I'm in the best shape of my life. I go into training, you know, 2-3 months early and just train and prepare on nothing but my opponent. Because I know they're going to fight, you know, and try to win because they have a lot to gain. Beating me, you know, they become the next, the next champion, the next best fighter in the world, whatever.
Young, determined, and extremely talented, Terry Norris may well become the fighter of the 90s and give the sport of boxing the kind of superstar everyone can appreciate. We'll be right back with a look at another future.